Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Sejuani or Ornn, either of those, absolutely fine. And it is going to be the Sejuani this time. I think that, you know, as far as how this comp functions, Damwon Kia, almost exactly the same.
Karis?
Okay, Karis gonna have to flash as final chapter comes in. Dr. presses his ultimate button. Karis is real dead. First blood goes to Zeri.
Yeah, one of the most creative ways is Zeri randomly gets a kill in the early mid. Like, we usually were waiting for the certified Zeri moment. There it was, but it was not the way we expected, you know? Usually not the flash forward to get the kill onto the enemy Azir, but
all right, possibly an overextension here as Canyon's going to go down low, but instead two people die and Zeri gets another kill.
Yeah, this is the reason why they picked Galio again. They were like, you know, it worked really well last time when we just some predictions come true so often. Because he will pick that plate up. You can see that stream that follows him. Hold on.
Oh, dear. Yep, Dudu now in trouble. Permafrost is going to be there. And he just needs more oranges. Needs way more oranges. Not enough vitamin C here for the Gangplank. And he is real dead after that face check. Draven. And, but Hanwha at least now going to be able to group up for Shirley. As Canyon's over the wall. And he's going to get a 4-man Cyclone. There's the final chapter as well. The Azir is going to go down. And the flash comes through. Sam D is going to have to immediately cleanse that. Showmaker sort of looks like he's overextended, but he's just kind of massive on this Galio as Nogari's diving on forward, and Hanwha Life Esports are trying to keep themselves alive underneath their inner turrets at 15 minutes into the game. Dudu, oh dear, between a rock and a whole bunch of Damwon Kia members.
Yeah, that's the phrase we like to use here in the LCK. Wukong, right? Sejuani even, who's very good at this, so...
Yeah.
I think taking that second Rift Herald, if you're really trying to play the scaling game with your Gangplank Azir, probably not the move, as once again, Dudu thinks he's safe. Where's that Nuggery flank?
Yes. I don't think Dr. would be just walking up to the top laner like this if he was alone. However, Dudu is still going to have to try and get out of this situation. Instead, he's just going to distract Damwon Kia with an inner turret. And they are going to take the bait of the inner turret and the Drake here as well. As Hanwha now move towards this mid lane. Karis is also splitting on the top side of the map. It's a bit of a gentleman's agreement about what we're going to take here. Is the inner turret and a Drake for another inner turret and some more control with that outer turret falling in the mid lane. Certainly good news. So, Hanwha doing any sort of trading is kind of good for them.
Yeah, no, for sure. You have to be coordinated again to pull it off. You can't be kicking the Wukong clone and walking it without vision.
Well, speaking of which, Amumu's dead. As Canyon is going to finish that one off in the end. And here he goes, over the wall. Karis going to take way off, like, even Canyon.
But he's sitting on an Aegis right now, and so as a result, even walking to this Drake, he will take so much damage from Duckdom. Showmaker can ult you in the choke. Canyon can ult you in the choke. Nogari.
There's 3 minutes before they have to worry about any sort of dragons or anything like that as Nogari on the flank. Dudu not going to be his optimal target as Canyon's just walking on in here. Still, he has to be a bit careful. He takes the full combo. Cyclone comes in, and there is the Galio to help him out as well. Oh my goodness, Nogari comes on through, throws an ult to Narnia, but I don't think it's going to matter whatsoever. And now Dudu is running the wrong direction on this map. It's only Karis that they've managed to take down now, but Dudu is going to follow, and then the 3v5 is not going to be a possibility here for Hanwha Life Esports. That should be a Baron, and there should be nothing that Hanwha Life can do about it.
That's about a 3.14 gold lead here for Damwon Kia with all their circles. 3.14, like 1,000 gold. They have the lead while they just run at them in the choke points. Man, Pythagorean would be...
Yeah, it was like a pie reference there,
yeah,
Wolf.
I don't know.
Took me a second, but I got there.
I was really trying, because like they have about like that much gold.
3.14.
Yeah, 3.14 thousand. But his CC score up, like it would be more valuable than the damage Karis could do this game. Unfortunately, with the gold he has, he's given a lot of his farm to Zeri, Showmaker has, as Galio likes to do. And Duckdom is just like, all right, well now I got Infinity Edge and a stopwatch. Like, we could just push to end. And that's what Damwon Kia are going to do with the last 90 seconds of this Baron buff.
Yeah, Showmaker, of course, he can always ult himself out there as Warrior Trickster is going to get Canyon to safety as he's just standing here. They're just waiting for the next wave and also waiting for Showmaker to get that split pushing done. It's the classic play as Canyon moves towards the turret. Going to be spotted. But they can just keep doing this. The rest of Hanwha Life Esports now have to come down. Extendo Beam doesn't quite get the value. Bandage Toss is going to miss. Now Damwon just take down the turret and Hanwha Life. What are you going to do about it? They need to do something, otherwise they'll just lose their Nexus, but I don't even think there's any good option.
There's no flash here for Karas, but he needs to somehow shuffle and Emperor's Divide. You have to pull the trigger at some point.
Well, the ult's going to come through as the Amumu dies before the Curse of the Sad Mummy can even go down. Cyclone comes in here from Canyon, but it's largely just a zone as they take down the Inhibitor turret. Inhibitor going to follow. Noguri sacrificed a bunch of his health bar in order to get 2 Inhibitors, and you'll definitely call that as worth.
When you're going for the Leandri's Void Staff, follow up to the Morellonomicon you built second, I get it. You don't have burst damage. You don't want to look for Emperor's Divide to engage. You want to do it to disengage as you continually do damage and proc that Leandri's across the tank line, but Damwon Kia will just take a turret away before you can actually get that value, then take an inhibitor away. Is nice try again.
Even though he's 0-0-0, stacking up these adoration stacks, he may not ever actually cash in anything, but he at least has 3 items, 3.5. The Warrior Trickster.
Yeah, this last game has just felt so painful if you're a Hanwha fan. This doo-doo.
Yeah.
Noguri's still holding on to ult, so he's got to be really careful.
And this is just Kellen sitting with Canyon this entire time, waiting for their opportunity to go for some sort of engage. Dr. Pretty safe as Canyon takes a fair bit of damage here. There's the bandage toss. It's going to connect. Vista is going to get caught up by Showmaker's Everfrost, though, and the ulti does come through onto Karas. That's going to deny his entry into the fight. Samdi is actually still pretty healthy, but Doctor's going to go golden. That's going to deny the Emperor's Divide, and now OnFleek has to flash, safeguard, press every button he can to keep himself alive as Showmaker will say goodbye to the first pick, Azir. Doctor now just going to get to work on this turret, and I think that's going to be all she wrote here for this game number 3. As Damwon Kia are just going to bear down on these Nexus turrets, and I think that the weight of their wallets will be very, very heavy this game. Yeah, OnFleek was going for some sort of kick. Actually, no, didn't have that one available. But he is still going to go down, just going for the hero play. As Noguri just says, into your fountain, please, Hanwha Life. We're just going to kill your Nexus. And that is exactly what Damwon Kia are going to do. Couple of statements there in games 2 and 3. I think Damwon Kia were pretty upset that they lost game 1.
Very tragic series.